Okay. So, welcome back.
Wait.
What?
Do you feel it?
Anxiety?
I guess so.
Nervousness? Fear?
All of the
The end of the world.
It's the end of the world.
Two Bloody Marys, Deke.
It's the end of the world.
It's the end of the world. Why do I always have to sing?
Why do I always have to sing?
What's up, guys?
Hey, it's episode 3.
No,
4.
it's 4.
Oh my god, dude, time is flying.
Dude, time always flies and there's a national and global epidemic.
How was your day? No, seriously though, I hope everyone's being safe out there.
Yes.
Just be safe.
Wash your hands. This is soap, and here's the water, and you just go until they're clean.
And that was lessons on washing your hands.
And they're really dry, so you know I'm washing my damn hands.
True. Welcome back this week. Are you feeling good? You feeling in it?
I feel fresh and bum chic.
Yeah, for sure.
True. Wait, but before we even talk about anything, there's one thing I have to do.
You have to do, or like we as a unit have to do?
I guess we as a unit.
Okay. And what is that, Catherine?
Play the intro.
We got a microphone, so now Katie's really into ASMR.
We're gonna F with your lives now. Roll the clip.
Mom, Katie's trying to play the title sequence.
Always tell them on me. If someone, like, I'm a little right? But, like, if someone was coming at me, I think I could handle my own.
You might have aggression that day, let it go, and try to understand somebody else's world of their point of view. I mean like them, you, me, us.
We're back.
Hey.
Kind of was like a little Liza Minnelli, you know?
Liza Minnelli.
We're
We're talking about the internet.
Yeah, in case Katie didn't get that point across, it's the internet.
Yes.
Where did you get that from?
The internet.
Young man, where did you get all these nice things?
Internet?
When we're talking about the internet, what do you think of? What's the first thing that pops in your mind?
Porn.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Porn. You know?
Period.
That's all you believe, the internet porn.
Okay, so aside from porn. Like, when you think about internet, like, first thing that comes into mind, and you're thinking too hard.
Instagram.
Okay, so a really huge app right now that obviously we are still using, and it's
Which
like,
is crazy, because
it came out years ago.
2013, I think.
Personally, when I think of the internet, I think of honestly just social networks in general. Like, that's the first thing that comes into my head. I'm just like thinking about constant communication. I guess I could put it that way. Communication.
Like, never being able to shut it off.
Yes.
You could wake up at 3 a.m. and look up how to bake cookies, and it'll be there.
Yeah, honestly, that's the one thing, though. Internet does keep you company, for sure. Maybe a hollow company, but, like, it's a...
Like, keeps you busy.
Yeah. What was the first thing that you did on the internet? Oh, think back in your, like, the nostalgia days, you know what I'm saying? Like, back in the old childhood.
I don't remember the very first thing I did on the internet, but I remember one of the first things was, like, Disney.com. And I played that Lilo and Stitch sandwich stacker game.
Like, Nick.com, CartoonNetwork.com, like, all of those shits had the best games.
Yeah, honestly, I played Dexter's Laboratory once, and I never really was into, like, Cartoon
They had,
Network.
like, I remember playing, like, Scooby-Doo and stuff, like, it was real, they had, like, a couple really fun games on that.
Yeah.
But as for Disney, I used to play, like, obviously, Lizzie McGuire's Closet and her, like, nail-style game, because I'm gay as
I don't know if it's because I had brothers or whatever, but I used to play, like, all the dude games.
Yeah.
Like, all, like, the, like, race car
See,
games.
I was the older brother, and I was feminine. So, like,
Yeah.
it was very much so, like, let's play styling games, like dress-up games.
like Starbell.
But I mean, like at the same time, I did play some like action games. I remember I used to go on. This is when Spotted Kids was really hot, and like the Haunted Mansion. Even they had their own websites.
The Haunted Mansion had a website.
Yeah, if you go on the Wayback Machine, you can actually go onto the hauntedmansion.com, and it was like this cool interactive thing where you had to like solve puzzles and like get through to the end. It was like scary. It was super fun.
You know what's crazy? I have never in its entirety seen the Haunted Mansion. Like I've seen parts and like bits and pieces.
Oh my god, it's actually a really.
I think we watched it once, and I just didn't pay attention.
Instant Messenger.
Just
tried to re-download that. I know that they like took it off.
We used to do. Remember you go like private for some people?
Yeah.
I used to do that a lot to like people that I did not want to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the boys in my class would like come on and try to like talk to all the girls in like a group of AIM message.
See, I would just like talk to like I don't know. We were just like had, like group chats and stuff like.
Me and my friends used to communicate on there like what time are we coming over.
It was super fun though because you would like have your away message, which I think is brilliant.
But you were always sitting right there.
Oh yeah, for sure. But you're like, yeah, I just don't get the time right now. Away message, but you got to have your like little profile that you would like look, and people would color it and use like different fonts.
So when we got a little older, like 8th grade, that changed. AIM like actually made like it looked like a MySpace profile.
Yeah.
And I did not like that.
No, I didn't either. I thought the fun and the creativity was, and that's when like coding was big and stuff like that. Like we were into HTML and like honestly, MySpace taught us like coding and shit.
Well, MySpace taught you coding.
True.
Because you had your own website for making backgrounds.
Yeah, but like MySpace taught me how to code. No, it was Deafening Silence. I had a Silent Drive. I had like
just all like band names.
My Static Radio. Twist. Yeah, you just like changed it as you felt pretty much. It was fun. Those MySpace days were honestly really fun. That's what made me love the internet though, was the social networks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I loved being able to, at least when there was more about creation, I loved being able to stylize my own page. Mm-hmm. And like we were talking about our MySpace songs, like you remember your first MySpace song.
No, my last one. Oh. I remember my first one too, but my last one was You Found Me by The Fray.
What was the first one?
The first one I ever used?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was Sugar We're Going Down by Fall Out Boy.
Yeah, I figured. But mine was, not like in a bad way, like it was around that time that it was like popular. Mine was Promiscuous. But my cousin Gianna actually made it for me. Shout out Gianna. And we like spent all night or whatever, and she was like, I was driving her crazy because I was like, well, like I was taking like, because we took a survey.
MySpace?
Yeah, like we like made up my MySpace. Yeah. We were like doing like the page and like the music and like setting it all up, and it was like flames, but then had like.
Ew.
Promiscuous. It was just really funny. It was like my first MySpace. Yeah, like I just didn't know, and I wanted to like play around, but it was fun.
Did you have a top like one?
I only had like a top like 2, and one of them.
Was I ever in it? No, probably not.
We met on
MySpace. Well, we met in person when we met on MySpace.
Yeah, but MySpace was just like kind of like on its way out when we became friends. But like I said, the internet, like it was I don't know, there was like an era around it that was like super like new, and it was like fun, and like they had a lot of like game sites, and everything was very colorful.
What was that one? Oh, addictinggames.com. I spent a lot of my time.
They still have that site, but it's obviously not the same. Like
I just spent a lot of my time like
I used to play Candy Stand. Candy Stand was like the same thing.
Oh my god, I loved Candy
Stand. Mm-hmm. They had all kinds of really great games. I think they still do, but like I said, their sites changed. Everything's more modernized. You know what I'm saying? Like
the poor kids now, dude. My like nephew, like I mean, he plays with toys, but he also wants to know like what's on a phone. Like he wants to play phone games.
A lot of kids are very interested.
The phone games that I had were like Pong. Remember?
I remember there was a time when like internet was just coming on out, and like
we were
itty bitty wee littles. But like I said, around AIM like captivated me. But then there was Neopets, and that was coming out.
Never had a Neopets.
I thought it was so cool. I still have it to this day. I think they're dying now, but.
Well, because you haven't played them since 2010.
No. Like I kept it up, but then I got bored with it again, and then I found out that. Side note. Scientology actually created Neopets, like the website, like Scientologists.
My mind is blown. You know what I was thinking about? The Yukon Trail. That's the very first thing I ever did. Like when we were in computer class, you had to do like all the typing.
Oregon Trail.
There was Yukon Trail too.
I mean, I know of Oregon Trail. Where
there's an Oregon Trail, yeah.
It was like picture motion kind of.
It was weird, yeah. But there's an older one, I'm pretty sure it's called the Yukon Trail.
Oh, I don't know, maybe. But I mean, like, I remember Oregon Trail.
And then the math counting games.
Those are like the nostalgia like memories that I think of when I think back to the internet. But like, eBay was just coming around, and like. The internet was such a different place. It was just like so much more.
So was YouTube.
welcoming, I guess, and like really anybody was like, oh, what can I do on this platform? And like, you know, it started to get YouTube, like people.
Dude, but YouTube back even when we were teenagers. I mean, when we were kids, it was like shoes.
Yeah.
And the Harry Potter thing, whatever. Mitchell Davis.
Yeah, Mitchell Davis.
And like, I used to watch all his videos.
Yeah.
Jenna Marbles. Jenna Marbles is still something I watch.
But it's crazy because I was actually just saying this. That Jenna and like Shane, like it's so weird to see how they started their YouTube channels,
Dude.
and to where they are now is completely different.
She is hilarious, and she was so funny. And you know what's crazy is she was like probably a little younger than we are now, but when she started, she was like in college. When we were young, but even up to like maybe 5 years ago, the internet was such a different place.
Yeah, but I mean, like, and it's definitely changed. Sometimes for the better, a little bit, you know, also for the worse. There's all kinds of areas of the internet that are divided, and now it's used for nefarious purposes. I mean, like a lot of people are either using the dark web or in the deep web,
Which
even
is
worse.
insane. Wait, what's the difference between the dark web and like the deep web?
The regular web is above the surface.
Yeah.
Above the surface, it's all like the.
And it's
the
only
surface
like this
websites,
much.
like Target.com, and like all the like normal.
The frills.
Then you go under the water a little bit. That little section is the dark web, and it's kind of like it's like a back door into the internet. Like you go in, and it's like a lot of.
I'm not trying to go on the
Yeah,
dark
I've
web.
never tried to go on that. There's people that do go on there, and they find some weird stuff.
Well, because you can sell.
Yeah, and people have found like
Anything.
like cursed Dybbuk boxes and like.
What's that?
An entity, like a negative, like a satanic
No,
energy and stuff like
yeah.
that. The internet has also expanded my mind.
Yeah.
Like I'm thankful for the internet because it's definitely spreading information at a very fast rate.
But do you think it's making like people dumber? Because like we're not. I mean, like at least for myself, I read a lot and I research things, but at the same time, like if I'm doing homework and I need some answers quick, I'm on Google.
Well, no, I think that
Because
first
I'm
of
not
all,
reading the book,
That
I
goes
need
into
the
the
answer.
education system. Okay, that has to go with that.
Yeah,
coincides
unfortunately.
with you having to just study and learn really quickly to pass a test.
Especially now, it's all online now
Right,
because
so
the coronavirus.
like, quite frankly, and not to mention there's a lot of resources that you can find online just for knowledge's sake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Now
that's
there's a
true.
lot of false information out there too, but
Yeah.
I think we have also learned sometimes or at least the younger generation has learned to distinguish between the two. Hopefully, and now there's a lot of people. I'm not speaking for everybody because there's a lot of stupid ass mofos out there. Okay.
Listen, we ain't calling you out, but we calling you out.
Like it's just like read your sources. You know what I'm saying?
The internet can be a wonderful place, but a terrible place at the same time. Like you said, like read, do your research, and like look stuff up.
But I think that Facebook has a habit of spreading really terrible misinformation, and especially with the whole ad thing that's going on right now, and like
Where it like listens to what you're saying, and then all of a sudden, I could be talking about something as random as like cat litter, and I don't own a cat, and then like all of a sudden on Facebook, an hour later,
it looks at
it'll
your
pop up.
searches, and like it's funny because like
It does listen to you for
it
sure.
literally like it monitors your entire life and like watches you and like details your life, and it's really crazy how much information that we put out there. I've been stopping to like putting out all my information out there. Honestly, like I don't really want everybody knowing what's going on in my life all the time.
But
Like,
I think I'm only private on Facebook. Because like my Instagram's my Instagram, my Twitter, they're like facades.
yeah,
I think I post the most.
Twitter is just word vomit.
I think I post the most. Not that I post a lot, but I repost a lot of things on Facebook. But if that's where I would like blow up my like actual thoughts.
The only reason I still have it is because I have a lot of photos on there that like.
Yeah, because we had Facebook since we were 14.
Yeah, and I do, and sometimes it does give me decent information or like articles on how to like cook things.
You
or,
just
know what I'm
gotta
saying?
make
Like,
sure you're looking at the right stuff. Once
Yeah.
again, just all circles.
use your discretion, but like it also has to deal with like the older generation using Facebook in a very and this is
Oh
like
my God,
obviously this is
dude.
gonna sound biased because I'm younger, but with our generation at least, and I've talked about this before, like we have learned to like I said, see the difference between this is a real article, this is a fake article, you know what I'm saying, like an Onion article or something like that.
Yeah.
Or like we have you know what I mean, like we can see different sides of the situation. We're more empathetic when it comes to looking at stuff. But the conservative side, the elderly
Miles.
side, they look at things and they're they first of all they go straight towards aggression. You know what I mean? They're angry. You know what I mean? If they see something, they're already going on ranting about their guns or ranting about Donald Trump, and it's like you guys are spreading this like this narrative about like you know what I mean, and yes, there's a division between like Democrats and like conservatives and stuff, but like conservatives really love to spread hate and like misinformation across the Facebook platform.
I think that has to go also, like you said, hand in hand with like the age group too. But there's also people on Facebook that are just clueless to everything.
Yes.
And they're just reposting cute pictures of dogs.
Or the people who constantly are posting about their relationships. Or it's just like too much. We don't need to know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's okay to do once in a while.
Yeah, no, right. But what I'm saying is like I'm talking about like a constant, like everyday, like, you know, our talking. You know what I mean? Like people will post about the same stuff all the time, and it's like they'll give like specifics about like, oh well, my car just went into the shitter, so now I gotta do this, and now I gotta do this, and now I gotta do. It's like, dude, I don't like. This is your personal like.
The one thing that like bothers me is oversharing. Like you will be like, I stubbed my toe.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like in general, like like why do I want to know?
I just farted. Like it smelled like corn chips. Like cool, bro.
Ew! I just got a whiff of corn chips.
It creates unnecessary division, especially because this is the one problem with the internet, and this is since it started, and we started to get forums, and we started to get Tumblr, and we started to get MySpace, and we started to like we started to really like. Yes, it became a really cool tool for people to like connect.
Yeah, and meet.
Yeah, and like talk. Like a lot of people made friends off of that stuff. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But
relationships.
Yeah, relationships. Social networking has honestly set people, me and my boyfriend, and you know what I'm saying, other people they've connected through social networking in order to meet each other.
Is Tinder a social network?
No, that's a dating app. I mean, like technically,
it's still networking.
Yeah, you're still social networking.
You're networking your pussy.
Yeah, you're networking that deal. I hope that sounded really juicy. And that's
juicy dick.
But at the same time, it's caused a lot of like strife between people, and
what a good word. Another word of the day.
Strife. As much as it's good for communication, I think that we've taken it to a level where obviously people are behind a wall, they're behind a computer screen. They're not looking at you in your face. They don't give a shit how you're feeling. You know what I'm saying? In the moment, they're probably just angry. And yes, a lot of people are projecting. So if you ever get like negative hate comments, people are a lot of times projecting their insecurities, their frustrations.
People hide behind a keyboard.
Yes,
that's a real fact.
They do.
Because especially with comments on pictures, and like I hate the age of like just degrading people online.
Or cancel culture is like really big. Yeah. People get so hateful, so like they just want somebody to hate. You don't need it. Like sometimes we just need to talk things out with people and like, have an actual civil conversation. Like I don't know. I understand that we get frustrated when people aren't hearing our point of view, and there's a lot of people that will just go back and forth with you and not actually listen to what you're saying, and that can be frustrating. I get it.
I love him, but damn.
Then you just gotta like leave it at that. Block them if you have to. Thank God for the block feature. You can block people.
You don't have to friend anybody on social media.
Yeah, seriously, like block.
And you can be private on everything.
Honestly, it might help your peace of mind. Be like, I am tired of seeing this person, so block me. If I bother you, block me. I don't give a shit. I just don't want to. You know what I mean? Like there's just unnecessary animosity because of the internet, and because it's so easy to like be like, I hate you, you're ugly, I hated this segment of this podcast, blah 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 blah. Not that anyone's ever said that, but like,
did someone do that?
No one ever did that. But like, I'm just saying, using it
wouldn't bother me, honestly.
Yeah, like just think before you send anything, because you don't want to be one of those people that's that could really hurt somebody. Like, the words can really hurt, and we've seen movies, so many examples. Cyberbully with Emily Osment.
Oh my god, what a great movie.
Always makes me bawl.
Yeah, that's a great one.
It's sad, you know what I mean? Like, being bullied, it really does affect you. And some people think that, they should have a thicker skin if they're online. No. The internet is access to everybody, accessible to everybody,
And that's the end of Mike's rant.
No, there's probably more. But
that was a long one.
There was also something that honestly changed my entire life.
The Sims.
Yeah, but that wasn't really online. That was a game. One of the things that's made life a lot easier for a lot of people. Online shopping.
Shopping online. Turn that right.
Shopping online.
I was yawning.
Went to high school, didn't do great. Now I gotta make more cash. No.
Wait, why do I know that?
I went on the internet and found education connection. connection. I took some free tests to find out my direction.
I went on the internet and found education connection.
Get connected for free with education connection.
No, that's crazy. You know what's insane is that you can learn online.
Yeah, you can learn online.
Like actually go to college online.
Now, this is gonna sound, but I have done a lot of, believe it or not, a lot of learning. Now, I haven't gone to college, yes. Or
No,
I
he
went
did.
to
You're
college.
lying.
I went to
For 2
I mean,
years.
Yes, but I didn't graduate, and you know what I mean.
There you
Like,
are.
honestly, I bullshitted through the whole thing. So like, I can't say I really went to college. Like I didn't, but I did. I have taught myself a lot online.
I think you need to say a lot one more time.
A lot, like a lot.
No, it is insane that you can go online, and if I wanted to know how to bake an apple pie.
Yeah, you can literally learn anything in a split second. I think it's taken us to like a different level of intelligence. I think that we can, but the only problem is that without it, we kind of go back into like the Stone Age.
In like 20 years, I think the internet's gonna effing crash.
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to come to a point. It's kind of already coming to a point. Like, you know, people.
No, I think stuff's just like people are running out of content.
What do you mean?
Like creatively, I think like a lot of people that are big creators right now are just running out of content.
See, I don't think that. I think that the people who are actually putting out decent content aren't getting shown. I think that the people who have bigger followings and, you know, the everyday vloggers and like stuff.
Not that they're not cool.
No, I mean they are cool, but it's become such a staple and everybody wants to do it.
But if you think about it, this is so messed up to think about too. The internet like has drawn people out even more so. I know California, not even always, but is a big place for movies. It used to be New York City.
Yeah.
The internet, literally, if you become famous on the internet, you want to move out to California, and they're all like secluded in their own state.
Yeah,
isn't that so weird?
They have their own like area, which is very strange. I mean, and it's because
really weird.
It gives them like all kinds of publicity, and like people know.
Yeah, it's not like if we move there, we're not guaranteed to get noticed.
No, but like they have the better like locations. It's always pretty decent weather. You know what I'm saying?
They can go film stuff.
Yeah, it's like they have really nice places to go and film stuff, and like, you know, they have the desert that everybody uses.
Meanwhile, they're probably broke.
Well, yeah, I mean, and they could be, and especially because it is expensive in LA. The internet has. Oh, that's the one thing I'm happy about. It's allowed for creativity to be put out there.
Yeah.
The problem with the internet is everything you put out there
It's
is
there.
out there forever.
Even if you delete it.
Yeah. Like, and that scares the hell out of me.
Yeah, that's why I try to be really careful about what I post.
That's why if we ever get like famous, I want like literally half of my stuff erased and like.
Oh, my this Twitter will go private, and I'll make a new Twitter.
No, I need it gone because people can still go back and look at it private, especially people who follow you who want to sell your stuff for money or.
I would unfollow everyone. Oh, that makes no sense.
They would follow you anyways. So regardless, like, yeah, you'd have to like delete all my. I would delete all my stuff. I'd be like a new person, start fresh.
You know what's crazy? I've never used eBay to buy anything.
No, you honestly should done that.
No, because I'm scarred. Because one time I saw you use it, it was to buy your sister headphones, and we were
bidding
for 3 days. For 3 days,
we were bidding. That's a totally different thing. You have to. Sometimes those are bid wars, but not everything on eBay is a bid war. You can just buy things outright. I buy things on eBay all the time. How about these lights on eBay?
Hello, what lights?
Yeah, I know. This is a perfectly lit just room.
There's just always green and blue.
This is all natural. I don't know what you're talking
always been
about.
green and blue behind us the entire time.
It changes colors from time to time. We don't know what it is. It's a horse of a different color, I'll say.
It's the internet.
What kind of a horse is that? I've never seen a horse like that before.
No, and never will again, I fancy. There's only one of him in Egypt. He's the horse of a different colour you've heard tell about.
It's the internet.
What do you think you spend like most of your time doing on the internet right now? I think for me, besides like homework and email and whatever, like adulting, because I do all that stuff, like I pay all my stuff online. I think it's YouTube. Educational and
I basically watch YouTube as television because we have the Apple TV, so I literally
same.
just like play.
Yeah, we do too.
We just play the things, the content that we want to look at. Like sometimes it's gaming, sometimes it's music, sometimes you know what I'm saying.
Which surprised me that you watch gaming.
No, I mean like, I'm into watching people play games. I don't like playing games myself.
I like Twitch too a lot.
Yeah,
Twitch is fun.
A lot of people like Twitch. I mean, like, that's the thing. Like, it has brought us cool things to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, even the iPhone or, like, a regular Android, like, they've come a long way because of the internet.
It's so insane.
It's crazy to think that where would we be without the internet right now? Like, we would still be, like, we would not
Those
be getting
big phones.
Yeah, like, people would still be, like, sending letters via Crow. You know what I'm saying? Or, like, the
Here,
Hawk.
come here.
I don't know.
Send this to Mike.
And just, like, through the window?
You know what I'm saying?
You're a piece of shit. Or like we have like carrier pigeon or something.
That's what that is.
I think I said hawk.
You said crow, and then you said hawk.
Oh. You're just using like the big beefy animals.
You know what I learned via the internet today?
Via.
That dinosaurs are more bird-like than we think. That they were the big creatures.
They were like big
were,
chickens.
But they had huge
feathers. Mm-hmm.
Isn't that ew?
But that's what I'm saying. Because of the internet, you're learning something new every day. There's always something new coming out. So, like, yes, I didn't go to college, but I also
you did
like
go to college.
I have, but I've also gotten so much information, things that I wouldn't have even learned in college because they stick to certain like guidelines and stuff. The conspiracies that yes, I know sometimes it's like conspiracies.
You'd be surprised because at least like in my classes, almost all of them, we have very broad conversations because of the internet. Like, we are able to talk about, like, even compared to, we went to school, we were in college, like, 8 years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I went back. So this time around, it's, like, insane how different it is because of the internet.
There are a lot of negative things about the internet.
Yeah,
but, like, I do appreciate it for what it's, because without it, like, I don't think I would be as enlightened as I am. Like, I'm so enlightened. Like, I'm really, like, trust me, I have a lot of ways to go with it.
No, you're pretty smart.
But, like, I've also opened my mind so much because of the
Yeah.
internet. It's, and, like, even hearing about things that, you know, they don't talk about in regular media. Like, I want to say conspiracies, but, like, they're conspiracies that everybody knows is real and everybody knows is true. Like, conspiracies about, you know, Amazon and stuff like that.
Yeah.
How, we
everything.
Yeah, you find out about, like, you know, Amazon mistreating their workers. Like, we rally behind people. Like, it can really bring justice, social justice.
On the opposite side of the bullying, you can really support people on the internet. And, like, you can, like, just be like, dude, you look amazing.
Sometimes people get some real support, like, on people from the internet. And,
like a good old-fashioned brassiere.
Mm-hmm. It lifts and supports.
Why were you lopsided right there?
Oh, this one's a little bit heavier.
It's actually a fact.
You know, it's also helped with, like, my self-esteem. Posting, like...
Remix.
Yes, this might sound narcissistic, but I think that to a certain degree, it's okay to post occasional selfies of yourself. I mean...
Listen, I'm a self-conscious bitch, but I will post a selfie.
That doesn't
usually
make any sense to me. So clearly you think you're somewhat of an item.
No.
Yes, otherwise you wouldn't be posting...
I don't think I'm a cat.
Okay,
my personality is winning.
Okay, well then you're doing it for attention.
No.
Okay, well then
I think it's cute. I'm cute. I just think the pose is cute.
You would... Okay.
Okay, listen.
You do this thing where you, like, you do love yourself, but, like, you don't want to admit that you love yourself. It's okay.
No, I don't love myself. I like my face. I got a nice face.
You love yourself.
I love my face.
You love yourself.
I love myself.
That's what I'm saying. You love yourself. It's just like me, we're hard on ourselves.
Yes.
But you like who you are.
Hard on yourself.
Oh, I get a hard on for myself all the time.
Oh my god! That took a second. That took me.
But yeah, a lot, you know, you can get, when you post a selfie and, you know, people are, you know, hyping you up and you're like, you know, it does make you feel good, but you can't live for that.
But.
Like, don't get to a point where you're living for people's comments and what people have to say about you because
then
you're going to listen to the bad too and you're going to be like,
yeah, which is.
I need to change this about myself.
What a full circle.
You know, the internet can be a super scary place, but, like, it can also be a really welcoming place at the same time.
I like the internet.
I mean, I'm happy for it. I think that there are things that can be improved, and I think that, like when we were talking about the dark web, that's where things can get very frightening.
There was, like, this whole...
There's people that watch, like, torture porn, you know what I'm saying? Like... And, you know, you can basically watch people who have gotten kidnapped or people
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
There's this Netflix special about this guy. I think it says don't don't F with cats or whatever it is. Did you know about this? He took cats on a live stream and killed them. Put them in plastic bags and shit.
Yeah. Like,
so the internet rallied together to find this creep and take him down.
Yes.
And, like, you know what I mean?
The internet can be very good.
And I think, you know what, people like that, like if you're putting stuff out like that, you want to get caught, dude. Because you're dumb.
No, not necessarily.
Why would you put that on the internet?
Like I said, there's people in the deep web who, it's a community. Like, they all do this kind of stuff. They watch.
Are they like
this one person,
masochists?
They're not torturing themselves. They're torturing other people.
Oh, okay.
Like, you're watching somebody get tortured. There's a story about this guy who he one day was just kind of he sometimes went into the dark web and just kind of like because like I said, you could find things that, like, sometimes, you know, if you want to order drugs online, or if you wanted to, like, order, you know what I mean, you can, like,
that's insane.
There are outlets for literally everything, and sometimes people use the dark web to, like,
don't do them off of the dark web.
Some people use the dark web to, like, go around something, you know what I mean, or like ad blockers.
But like the government can't see that.
It's harder to, because you have, I think you have your, you know what I mean, you're probably using a VPN.
Not an IP.
You know, you should probably get a VPN. If anything, this way you could be anywhere in the world technically. Like, you had a different IP address. Mm-hmm. But if you're ever willing, don't do it. But if you ever go on the deep web or the dark web, make sure that you're using a VPN. Second of all, make sure you're not doing anything effing creepy. Don't be one of those people.
True.
But there was this guy who went in.
Mm-hmm.
And they said basically, like, okay, what's the password or whatever or something.
Like when you knock on a door.
Yeah, kind of, or like, or are you ready for the show, kind of something. And he was like, yeah, sure. Like, he had no idea what was going on, and like everyone was just.
Can
like,
you get out of it once you get in?
Like, yeah, no, that's the thing. He couldn't, like, leave, and he was like, "Well, no, if you leave or something like that," and like, because they could probably watch.
So did they kick you out at the end then?
He all of a sudden started going on, and there was this girl who, like, was in the center of something, and he started to watch her get tortured, and he was like, "Get me out of this right now! Like, I don't want to watch this." It's very much like The Purge. They took that kind of idea.
It's insane.
You know, the internet is very dark, and if you go into the deep web, it can get very gruesome and disgusting. There's a lot of people out there. There's rapists, people like the rings, sex rings. That's where everybody goes for that kind of stuff. That's why the deep web, it's so hard to monitor, and it's so hard to, like, you know, you can go under and do all kinds of stuff like that.
That scares me.
There's a lot of people that don't even, it's like the ocean. It's like 95% undiscovered. That's like the internet. You don't even know half the stuff that's out there. And you know, it's different everywhere around the world, but the deep web, it's like its own place. It's like its own community, and it's very scary.
I'm not into that.
No, but there's a lot of people that are. So, like, the internet, yes, it could be cute. Yes, it could be funny. Yes, it could be bubbly.
Yes, it could be cute.
It could be everything and more, sweetheart. But, like, it could also be, like, one of the most terrifying things you've ever seen.
Don't cross that fine line.
I haven't been there yet, though. I'm not trying to go.
Please don't.
No, I know.
But
you can honestly look up videos of people going into the dark web and the deep web and hear, like, stories
as
about
a third party.
Mm-hmm. But it's interesting that you said something on Netflix, because we wouldn't even have Netflix.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Without the internet?
Like, Blockbuster had all of its movies,
well,
right?
Netflix started out as, like, a delivery
Netflix started out
service.
as delivering, but then they had a streaming service online where you could go on, like, I think their website, you could sign up for something, and then you could start watching videos. So they kind of broke ground with that kind of service.
They were groundbreaking.
That is where it comes from. And that, now we watch Netflix all the time. But here's the danger. Now there's how many streaming services?
Oh, God.
There's HBO Max, there's Hulu, there's Netflix, there's the YouTube TV, there's
like regular TV that has, like, on demand.
Yeah, there's just all kinds of services. Each one, ABC, every single channel network now has their own. Disney. Bitch, I'm not paying for every single one of your services. Guess who's going to go online on the dark web and try to find all of the shows that I'm missing?
They're doing that? It's because Disney owns everything, and everyone's trying to split off.
Yeah, and that's because
Disney owns everything.
Disney was like, I want all my stuff back, and they basically took everything back.
They're my nephew. They're a toddler. I don't want to share my
They are the toddler of the company and
toddler
organization
of America.
world. Yes. The internet is an exciting place if you let it be, or it could be the scariest place of your life. Yes.
Terrifying.
But at the same time, be a kind person on the internet.
Yes. Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick. There's no reason to get angry and aggressive and hateful. Just
don't waste your time.
Remember that the internet can be a very big blessing, and it can bring you all kinds of information.
Yeah.
At your own discretion.
Use it.
Not everything on the internet is true.
Use it. Don't abuse it. That was a one-arm dab, which I learned from the internet.
Yeah, it's called the lazy dab.
You know what you can do on the internet?
What can you do?
You can like, you can comment, you can share, you can subscribe to our channel. You can turn on the bell. Whatever corner
Yeah, turn
it's
on that
in.
bell so like when we post, you get a notification. It's usually
It'll
every
go.
Saturday.
It'll go like that.
Just not as subdued. That was like a ding on Xanax.
Oh yeah, a chilled ding.
It's like,
dang. A lazy ding.
All right, well, that has been Brutally Honest, episode 4 of our...
not 3.
And FYI, guys, I don't know if you noticed, we kind of took out the podcast in our
Yeah, we're not. It's not like we're not a podcast, but we're not a podcast.
Yeah, we're gonna be our own thing. You're gonna, like I said, as soon as the episode, we're gonna have more episodes this season. We're gonna have more scenes, and we're gonna actually film our own stuff and kind of throw it in there. It'll be like our own SNL.
Maybe I'll throw in a vlog.
We'll see. Who knows? We can do. We got a whole bunch of ideas.
We can do what we want because it's the internet.
Mm-hmm. And we can have on who we want because it's
our show, and we can do whatever
we want.
I was gonna go a little lighter. Whatever we want.
No, I took it there. Kind of. I kind of half stepped a little.
Listen, this has been Brutally Honest. We have a microphone now.
I'm gonna do ASMR goodbyes.
No.
See you later, guys.
That's gonna be so annoying.
See you later.
Jesus, Katie, that's gonna be so irritating.
Goodbye. I'm out.
Well, that's a wrap.
That was fucking funny.